will expect the students who are remaining to tell themselves. They should tell themselves. Okay. So I'll wait for them to come up by themselves, and afterwards, at last, I will ask if somebody has the record. Is somebody keeping the record?
No, sir.
No one. Okay, fine. I have the record. I'll check it from my list. Okay. So now, as I just told, the last opportunity, the last day. After this, we are not going to continue this activity anymore. So those who are remaining, just write I in the chat section. Then I'll call you in the order you write I. Sarvagya, good. Kritika, very nice. There are 4, 5. ठीक है. So start making your presentations in this order only, and keep it brief. Finish it in 3 minutes, because I want to finish the activity in today's period only. And if I ask my jury members to respond, it will take further more time. What should we do? Leave it. I'll give marks. Okay? Because asking to the jury members, it takes time. So Sarvagya, you want to start?
So may I present after 1 or 2 students?
Beta, I said I will call you in the order you write I in the chat section.
Okay, sir. Okay,
Wait. After Sarvagya, it is Kritika Chauhan. Kritika Chauhan, do you want to start?
Yes, sir.
Okay, beta, go ahead. Turn your camera on. Yes. Now you can start, beta.
Om Shri Sai Ram, I am Kritika Chauhan, and today I am presenting a lesson, Princess September. The writer of Princess September is William Somerset Maugham. He is the highest paid writer in 2013. Like novels, articles. The story of in Vietnam called Highland. So, there is nice remembering many names. So he called her every daughter by the name of month. So the youngest was Princess September. King King has a habit to give gift everyone on his birthday. On his one birthday, he may I present after some.
No. You have started presenting already at last. Sarvagya, are you prepared?
Okay, sir.
Chalo.
Am I visible?
No. Is he visible to others?
No, sir.
Okay.
But my camera is on.
Sarvagya, you are always visible.
So now I am visible?
Yes.
Okay, sir. Om Shri Sairam. Today I am presenting on the chapter 7, A Visit to Cambridge, written by the writer Firdaus Kanga. Firdaus Kanga is a writer who works in Mumbai and has brittle bones and walk on wheelchair. In this article, we will discuss the points, discuss the questions and answers between two people, Stephen Hawking and Firdaus Kanga. Cambridge was the metaphor for England for the writer, where he was writing the experience he has in Britain. When the walking tour was done, the guide said that here lived Stephen Hawking, the successor of Isaac Newton. Then, when he when Firdaus Kanga heard that, he rushed to the phone booth and almost during the call, he called the office of Stephen Hawking there. His assistant picked up the call and Firdaus Kanga asked to him that I want to meet Professor Hawking. Almo- Only 10 minutes. Only 10 minutes. Then the assistant said that 30 minutes, 3:30 to 4. He was very surprised because he thought that if he hasn't said that he has come from India in a wheelchair, then the assistant must not have given him 30 minutes. When Firdaus Kanga go to Stephen Hawking to meet Stephen Hawking, he was he first asked him. Stephen Hawking was answering him with a computer in only with his fingers remaining unpressed, and the computer voice explains what he is saying.
Done?
No, sir. Then the questions were asked to Stephen Hawking by Firdaus Kanga. Many questions were asked, and Firdaus Kanga was seeing his watch very frequently because he wanted to say he want to make every time perfect. Firdaus Kanga was feeling guilty because asking him every question because Stephen Hawking was very stressed by answers with a computer. His eyes were in exhaustion. Then he asked, "Are you laughing inside?" Then, after 3 minutes later, Stephen Hawking responded, "I find amusing people patronize me." And then Firdaus Kanga replied that,
Okay, beta, now you can stop. Just conclude it. What is your finishing closing statement?
"Okay, sir." In this article, my favorite part is that when uh, when Stephen Hawking was when Stephen Hawking was saying yes when Firdaus Kanga say that when someone like me comes and disturbs you in your work.
Okay, beta. Kritika, would you like to continue? Kritika, I will not call again.
Yes, sir.
Would you like to continue?
Yes, sir. So from starting,
As you wish, beta.
this is the story of Sham. It's now called Thailand. There was a king with 9 daughters and a queen. To remembering many names, the king named her daughter by name of months. So the ninth was youngest, named as Princess September. The king has a habit to collecting gifts. He gave return gift to everyone. So on one year, king gave her every daughter a parrot in a golden cage. All the princes were very happy and they taught their parrots to say God save the king and Pretty Polly in 7 Oriental languages. Pretty Polly is a phrase that parrots learn to talk. One day, the Princess September went to her cage to see the parrot, but she saw her parrot was lying dead in the cage. She burst in cry. The maid of honor, Akka, maid for the princess, tried to console her, but she failed. So the king see her cry. The queen see her crying for an unreasonable thing. So she stopped her suffer for the day. She was still crying. It's night now. Then a little bird came in her room and sang a beautiful song. The princess the princess stopped crying and she replied to her. That was a nice song. Then she sleep day to night. The bird was there in the bird was in her room next day. Then the princess take the bird to her all the sisters and the bird sing uh, other, each different song to each of them. Then the princess take them to the king and she sang a beautiful song. The king said, "This bird is beautiful." Then beautiful. This bird sang beautiful. Then the parrot who said, "God save the king" and Pretty Polly in 7 Oriental languages. The queen said, "I know to stop the supper is a good idea." Princess was very happy, but their sister was now feeling jealous. So one day the bird went to visit her.
Okay, beta, enough summary. Now tell the remaining points and finish.
My favorite part of the story is when she let her free at last.
Who is next?
Sir Vedanti.
Yes, Vedanti.
Om Shri Sairam. My topic is how camel got his hump. The author of the story is Rudyard Kipling. He born 30 December 1865 in Mumbai, and uh, he died on 18 January 1936 in London. In the beginning of the story, the world was new. Everything was new. The all the animals were just working for man. There was a camel who lives in the middle of the howling desert. Because did not want to work, he ate only sticks and thorns. Anyone asked him to do work, he said, "Hump, just hump, no more." One day the horse came to him and asked to do work. He said, "Hump." The horse told about the man. Then the dog came to him but again he said, "Hump." Then the ox came to him to do work. He said only, "Hump." Uh, Only hump. At the end of the day, the man called the three together. He told about the camel. I am going to leave the camel alone. I am going to leave the camel alone. You should do double time work in a day. The three got very angry and held a panchayat with the leader of the desert, Jimmy. Uh, the horse complained the genie about the camel, that he did not work. The genie found the camel. He was looking at his own reflection in the water. In the water, the genie asked him uh, to do work. He said, "Hum." As soon as he said hum, uh, it was very strange. It was very strange. It was very strange. Uh, he saw that his back was fouling up. The genie asked that it is your own hump. The hump had a purpose, that the camel had not done work for 3 days without eating and drinking. The genie asked that the camel behave properly. Then the camel went away to join the three. From that day, the camel did not yet behave properly. My favorite character in this story is Ginny, because he is the leader of the desert. Thank you.
I'm okay with your presentation, but tell me one thing, don't you have a school uniform, beta? Are you a new admission?
No, sir.
So when you are making a presentation, when it is all being recorded, don't you think you should have come in school uniform? Who is next? Prakhar Modi.
Yes, sir. So may I start?
Yes, beta.
Om Shri Sairam, I am Prakhar Modi and today I am going to explain you the chapter Jalebis from our grade 8 English It So Happened book. So the chapter is written by Ahmad Nadeem Kasmi, who was born in 1916, the 10th July in Angaha, Pakistan on 20th November and was died on Lahore, Pakistan in 10th July 2006. The chapter is about a honest and a noble boy who lived in Kambelpur, now called Atak. He went to his school to pay his fees and get the scholarship with 4 rupees in his pocket. But when he reached his school, he came to know that the teacher who is collecting his fees and giving scholarship, Master Ghulam Muhammad, was on leave that day. That's why he will collect the fees on next day. When the school got over, he went to the market, where he found very hot and crisp jalebis. He want to buy them, but he can't. But suddenly, the 4 rupees coins in his pocket spoke. All right, we know that the coins do not spoke, they jingle or go khanak khanak. But on that day, they really spoke. They said that what are you waiting for? Just buy these hot and crisp jalebis. They are so sweet. But the boy replied to them that no, I will not buy these jalebis because these are the money of my fees. And tell me, if I will just buy these jalebis, so what will I going to tell my parents and Master Ghulam Muhammad? And you don't know that Master Ghulam Muhammad is too strict. But the coins disagreed with that boy. They started speaking so loudly that the passerby just stared at boy. Then that boy grabbed the 4 rupees coins in his hand very tightly and went to his house. But one of them oldest coins among them coins spoke. He said that we are telling you for your own. And let me tell you that the money are meant to be spent and jalebis are meant to be eat. So just buy these jalebis. And also, let me tell you that you can also pay the fees with the scholarship you will get. The boy, the boy got confused and said that you are also not wrong. But wait a second. I am a very honest and a noble boy. I am never punished in my school. And I'm a very promising boy. I'm never punished in my school. I'm never absent in my school. So I can't do this. So he finally decided that he will not buy these jalebis. But when he reached, then he went to home. But when he reached home, his mouth was just watered with the jalebis. He can't wait anymore. He just ran back to the shop and buy the jalebis of 2 rupees. Then he ate then he ate a lot of jalebis that he's not able to eat more, and his stomach is full of jalebis, and he is also not able to digest them. But suddenly he saw that his Chacha Jan was coming from a court. He got frightened and went to a gully where he found a lot of beggars, poor peoples and childrens. So he distributed all the remaining jalebis to them, and also buy the jalebis of the remaining rupees, and also distributed all the jalebis among them, and went to his house. But the main problem is of digestion, because he realizes that he have to do dinner also. He got very sad, and he think that if I just lie that my stomach is itching, they will call a doctor, and if I just deny to eat dinner, they will ask me the reason. So he finally ate the dinner, and at that night he slept at the like a jalebi called up. Next morning, he went to his school, where he came to know that the Master Ghulam Muhammad announces that he will collect the fees in recess and give you the scholarship on next month. He got very shocked and sad, and in the recess, he ran away from the school to the Kambilpur railway station, where he sat under a tree and pray to the God that God, please give me 4 rupees. As you know that I am a very honest and a noble boy, and I am never punished in my school, and I am also never absent in my school. So please give me 4 rupees. And as you know that I have also learned Nawaz and Quran also. So please give me 4 rupees. He just prayed to the God at that day, and then in evening he went to his house like he was coming from school. Next day, he again bunked the school and again just prayer to the God at the same place. But then after that he just deal with the God that God, I will just went to the signal and touch that and came back. But when I came back, I want 4 rupees under that stone. Then he went to the signal, he touched it, and came back to the stone. He loafed it, but there he found a
Let
worm.
us come to other points.
Okay, sir. So then finally he was very got tired and sorry, sir. And the news that he was absent in his school reached to his house. His parents know that he is not in school. Then he finally went to his house, and on that day, that happened. What happened? But the boy realizes that if we just get everything by just asking God, so what will be the motive of our life? Means if we just get the jalebis by just asking God, so how do we learn to make jalebis? That is the moral of the story. And also according to me, the another moral of the story is that we should not lie, And according to me, the central idea of this story is that we should take the decision wisely, and we should once think about the decision we are taking. Also, my favorite character is that boy, because he was very noble, and he was a very honest and a noble boy. Also, he was very promising. And also, my favorite part is that when the boy realizes the moral of the story. Thank you.
Good. Next is Ved Shivar.
Wait, yes, sir. So, I'm going to present the chapter 1 of Supplementary Reader. How did the camel got his hum? The writer of this story is Rudyard Kipling. His full name is Joseph Rudyard Kipling. He born in 30 December 1865 Mumbai and died in 18 January 1936 London. He mostly write small stories or poems. The summary of story is, in this story the most there is a camel who don't like work, and at least he got punishment. So I start summary, sir.
Yes, yes.
When the world was new, every animal started working for man. There is a camel who don't like to work, and he just sit at the middle of a howling desert and eat spines, because he is a howler himself. One day a camel came. One day a horse came to him and asked for work, but he said home. And then the horse came back and told to the man about it. Then a dog came and asked him, come and carry like the rest of us. He said hum. And then he also came back and tell to the man. Then a ox came and ask her to plow like the rest of us. He then also say home. And he also told to the man. Then at the end of the day, the man said, "You all have to do the work double time, because he didn't. The camel did not want to work." Then the all three got very angry and held a panchayat. In the panchayat, the jinn also come in charge of the all desert. Uh, then the tell about the camel to the jinn. The all three. The jinn said, "Wait, I will hump him. If you kindly wait a minute." He when he went to the camel was watching his seeing his reflection in the water. He said, why don't you work? I listen that you don't work, and you have pending work from 3 days. He said, the camel said hum. He said, if you I was there in your place, I didn't say one more time. He one more time said hum, and then the jinn do magic, and his back get fluffing up, and first it is looking very good, but later it become very ugly. Then the camel said, what is this at my back? Remove it, I'm not looking good. Then the jinn said, it is hum. You have to do work for 3 days without eating and drinking. The camel said, how can I work without water and eat food? What 3 days? He said the hump has a purpose. He will allow you and help you to work for 3 days without eating and drinking water. If you kindly do your work for 3 days and pending work and behave properly, you this hump will remove automatically. He moved back to the all three and do work, but he didn't complete his previous work, pending work, and didn't behave properly. That's why he now also have hum. My favorite character of this story is the uh, Jin, because he know how to do magic. And the I think so the purpose of the story is we do not have to be lazy. We have to do our pending work, otherwise the work become very much if we just say I will do it later. Thank you.
Okay. Next.
Yes, sir. Om Shri Ram. Today I am going to present the chapter Jodi's Phone. The author of this story
I
in
can't
three
hear you, but
endings. Sir, my camera is not working.
huh?
Sir, my camera is not working.
I will be able to give marks for remaining 3 parameters only. Chalo. You'll get marks out of 15. Start your presentation.
One day, a rattlesnake bites Jodie's father. In order to save Jodie uses the heart and liver to Jodie's. He saves his father, but unfortunately, the fawn is left all alone. The throw of the little fawn makes Jody very sad. He is not able to get him out of his bed and decides to bring him home. Jody tries to comfort the father, but he is hesitant. However, he makes it that it was their responsibility as they killed the fawn. The father now agrees with Jody and permits him to do so. Further, he reminds Jody that his grandmother Jody talked to regarding this. She gets surprised when she first hears the idea. Jody then makes her realize that sorry, it would be like he says that nothing comes for free and now they have to pay the price. Follow Jody to the forest. Now agrees only on the condition promise. Jody's promise to feed the fawn his share of meat. They then finally find the little
Tell other points.
thus the fawn is finally home and is ready to be raised by Jody. Tell us how innocent heart and beauty all can bring a change in somebody's life. My favorite character is Jody.
Is that all?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Do we have someone else remaining? All are done. सबके
Yes, sir.
प्रेजेंटेशन हो चुके हैं, कोई बचा नहीं है, बाद में मत बता।
नो सर, सर मेरा बचा है सर।
कौन
सर
है
संजय।
ये? कब बोलोगे
सर
आप?
संजय।
आप मुझे
मैं
कब
अभी
बताओगे
मीटिंग
कि
में
मेरा
आया हूँ
बचा हुआ
सर।
है? हाँ?
सर मैं अभी मीटिंग में आया हूँ सर।
बड़े जल्दी आ गए। बड़े जल्दी आ गए। आपको नहीं पता था 11:30 बजे क्लास शुरू होती है?
सर मेरे को पता था सर, मैं बाहर था सर अभी।
चलो कैमरा ऑन करो और शुरू हो जाओ।
सर 1 मिनट।
हाँ हाँ।
सर may I present?
Yes, beta, yes.
Sir, my chapter is How the Camel Got His Son. The writer of this chapter is Rudyard Kipling. Rudyard Kipling was an Rudyard Kipling was an English journalist, short story writer, and a poet writer and a novelist. He was born in India. Mm, The theme of the story is the laziness effectively. Summary. The world was just begin. An animal just started working for humans. Here was a camel, lazy animal that lived. He was living in the middle of the howling desert. He do nothing and eat thorns and sticks and just say hump. One day in the Monday morning, horse came to him and say, "Oh camel, oh camel, let's start talk like rest of us." Rest of Lux Camel said, "Hum." Then Camel said, "Hum," and then Horse came back and told all of this to men. And then Dog came to him with a stick in his mouth and asked him for work. Then again said, "Hum." As per his habit, the camel replied, "Hum." And then Ox came to him, and then replied, "Hum." At the end of the day, the man called the horse, dog, and ox and asked him what was happened. And then they told all of this what has happened. And then after hearing them, then men decided that they have to do double time of work to compensate the camel's work. This makes all three angry. They held a panchayat at the edge of the river. In that Jinn came the in charge of the desert, and then horse told what. During the panchayat, the horse complained about the camel. He that the camel do nothing and just say hump, and then Jin promised that he will set the camel right. The Jin found the camel in the near the river. He was looking his reflection in the river and seeing that his hump is puffing up and he is looking very ugly. And then Jin said, this is all because of your this is all because of you, sir.
यस बेटा, हो गया?
No, sir.
या जो पास में वो डिस्टर्ब कर रहे हैं?
Sir,
अच्छा बोल रहे हो, अच्छा बोल रहे हो. If you want, you can finish it.
the Jin said he is only responsible for this. The Jin asked the camel to work. He said he cannot work due to his hump. He told that the camel that has to did not work for 3 days within his hump. He can now work
Leave the
for
summary.
3 days.
Leave the summary. I know you are simply reading it. So leave reading summary. Tell other things.
I like the character Jin because he said the camel right and the main. Sir, sir हो गया.
हो गया? चलो, टाइम भी हो गया है और सारे बच्चों का प्रेजेंटेशन भी हो गया है. ठीक है?